Hey, good morning, everyone. So I am here with my friend Kristi Moser, and I wanted to start a new little series talking about the ways that this accidental business for most of us has completely transformed and changed our lives. So often we talk about the health aspect of it, but I just wanted to dive in and do a bunch of quick interviews with some of my friends on how the business has changed their life and why it's so important and valuable now more than ever to not just have a plan B, but a plan B that can become a plan A, or something in your life that provides and contributes a lot to your life that isn't just a job or a place to show up and get something done for transactional money, but how there are businesses in the world that can provide so much more, and why we are so passionate about ours because of what it can provide and what it has provided for us as individuals and for our families. So I'd love it if you could just share a little bit um, about the business of Plexus, like what it has done for your life and what has changed since you started.
Yeah, thank you, Joy. I'm so excited to be here with you and so honored that you would ask me to share some of my story. But honestly, I did not want to tell anybody that I was taking the products, and I took them for 18 months without telling a soul. And I really only started sharing because we were having financial needs. And I actually came to a place where I felt like the Lord was pressing on me so hard that this is something you are going to need to do. And then he started putting a burden on my heart for other people, and that they really needed these products, and that they had maybe financial needs too that they were going to need help with. And so that's really was my main motivation, to be honest. And some people might not like that, but I really did share because we needed an additional income in our household. My husband's in construction, and his income is just really all over the place. I have a job, but at that time, it wasn't paying a lot of money, and we had 3 kids, and our bills were high. We had debt, so we just needed more money. And I was praying for an opportunity. I'm like, please, like, tell me, how can I make more money? How can I do something like from home? Because I was already working full time. And I knew for a while that this was going to be it. But it just wasn't until we came to that like really tough place that I was like, okay, I guess I am going to do this. And I just went full force. That's just I think that's probably why I hesitated too, because I knew that if I was going to do something, I wasn't just going to do it a little bit. Like, I knew that I was going to have to put forth quite a bit of effort and go in with both feet so that I could have credibility, and so that I could, actually make something from it. So that was kind of where it started for us. But that's been 3 years, and now it's become a huge part of our household income. And in this time right now, where my husband is not working at all, so his income is completely absent from the picture, and he's home with our kids, which is a great blessing, especially in these times. Um, it it's because of Plexus and this income that we are able to continue, to pay our bills and to buy groceries. We can do all of those things because 3 years ago, I started putting these things into place. And I didn't know that this was going to happen. Obviously, nobody knew, but here we are. And I can look back and see, oh my gosh, I'm so grateful that, I did go in with both feet, and that I didn't quit, and that I just kept going. And now it's just turned into the biggest blessing. And I feel like Plexus gave me such a vision for the future, and what things could be for our family, and how different things could be.
I love that. Thank you so much for sharing. I think
Yeah.
so many people don't want to talk about their finances because they feel ashamed, or they feel like they don't want to burden other people by sharing their troubles, or it's just a private thing, or they think it reflects poorly on their spouse. Their spouse can't provide, but really sometimes things are just factual. Sometimes things are just hard, and sometimes there is no control over jobs or what they can provide. Um, how has this impacted you during this time of like social isolation?
So I am still working my job at the bank full time. But what a blessing that I have this whole community of women in Plexus, all like-minded, all working their businesses from home, and that still on the weekends and when we do have extra time, that I'm still able to serve people, from my phone, that I can still work from home, and I can still, on my lunch break, follow up with people or reach out to people about, what we have. And I think that's what some people, I guess if I really wanted to get a message across about us sharing this with people, is that we really truly do believe we have what people need in the business and in the products. And so I hope when someone sees the Julia sharing, or any of us sharing about this, is that I've done network marketing before, and I just want you guys to hear that this is different, and we have something that we really believe is tangible and could really, really help people. But in this time of, I didn't answer your question perfectly, but I don't feel isolated, I guess, is what I would feel, is that I connect with my whole Plexus community. I've always connected with them this way. I didn't always see them face to face. I didn't go to coffee and lunch with them every week. I've always connected with them this way. And so it feels really good and kind of almost normal. I mean, of course, we're all impacted by this, and we're feeling it to an extent, like with our families and things, but this is what a blessing that this is already how we do business, is sort of from a distance, and that we can still connect.
Yeah, that's how I feel the same way, having team meetings and being able to reach out to people, and just the beauty and the benefit of already having social networking in place, and the ease of the ability to connect to people so far away, and friends and family, and to offer a
Yeah.
solution is a huge, huge blessing. I guess just to summarize, I know you've got to get to work. We haven't talked a lot about the health, and I know that's something we always start with, but could any of this, like your plan B, your second income, been possible without also working on your health or having your health in place?
Yeah. No way. Like, no way. So I didn't even have the energy for my kids and my 40 hours a week job. Like, that was why I originally started the product. So no way could I be doing both jobs and feeling like alive and good and present and positive, and feeling I have actually more to pour out into other people, that I actually have something to give. That is the magic of taking care of yourself and filling your own cup, is that you do have something to give back, and you're not just going through the motions and pretending that everything is fine. You actually do have that. So that's how I'm able to work 40 hours, have a Plexus business, serve at church, be a present wife and mom. And I'm not saying it's all perfect, but I would have had to drop a lot of that stuff if I was feeling the way that I felt a while back. So yeah, for sure. That's such a great point, that without the health, we couldn't do the business.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so, so much for sharing. I really
Yeah.
appreciate it. It's good to see you this morning. And
Thank you for asking me.
thank you for coming and for sharing.
Thanks, Julia. Take care.
Bye.